Well, folks, it's a big good evening to you all. We are coming to you from my lounge room, actually, in Greenhithe for the tonight's edition of the auctions for Ray White AT Realty in Manukau, Manurewa, and also Mangere Bridge. We're obviously here out of necessity, but obviously being responsible for both our sellers and our buyers and pushing forward with auctions in the current climate. We do have 3 properties for your competitive consideration tonight. If you are watching, if you are bidding via telephone and Zoom with your agent, I wish you well with maybe one or all of the offerings. If you are here to maybe interview the team to see how we conduct our business, feel free to obviously watch tonight's auctions and then get online with your agent to obviously see or have any questions that you may have answered. For the 3 properties I have been given reserve prices, they are very realistic, subject to them being reached or exceeded the highest bidder that I accept at or above for each property, we will sell you the home. If a dispute takes place during any level of bidding, I'll just rescind to the last bidder that I've got, and we'll kick off from there. As the auctioneer, I may nominate the sum by which you raise the bids, and I've also got that legal right to refuse any bid I deem not to be in our seller's best interest. The sellers have given me, the auctioneer, exclusive right to bid on their behalf, referred to as vendor bidding. Not our preference, but simply meaning that if you choose not to bid or we pause well below my selling threshold, I will place a bid on the owner's behalf to provide a roadmap, if you will, of what won't buy the property. If you hear me use the term vendor bid, that's exactly what I'm doing. Always a clear indication I cannot sell the property at that bid level. Now, everyone is bidding via the telephone tonight. Be aware, be clear that all the required documentation and paperwork has been completed and is currently being held by the Ray White AT Realty team. Also, you should be aware that our owners have the right to withdraw their properties at any time before the properties are sold without disclosing their reserve price. Now, this is the exciting part. If you are fortunate enough to buy 1 or more properties tonight, simple and straightforward obligations, I will get the bidding form, registration form from the agent. I'll complete the contract on your behalf. Deposit, you'll have to pay that. That'll be a neat 10% of your successful bid, due and payable on the fall of the hammer. Again, your AT Realty agent will talk to you about that. Settlement date, that'll be prescribed in the contract, unless you've arranged some sort of variation to the deposit or settlement with our owner prior to now. Now, as always, by bidding at auction, you are confirming you do so on a cash and unconditional basis. You do acknowledge receipt of our buyer and seller's guide, and as always, by bidding, you say you've read through the contract and the documentation, and you agree to be bound by terms and conditions contained therein, as well as all other paperwork that your Ray White marketing agent has made readily available to you. Folks, tonight, I wish you well. Guys, let's move straight into the first offering. James McGregor, he's been the marketing consultant for 24 Hanover Place. Now, we know this property is freehold. It is a full Kiwi dream. It's the quarter acre. It's a 1,012 square metre plot of land. It's lot number 23. It's deposited plan 58904, volume 14A in folio 1347 from that North Auckland Land Registry. The channels, they are precise, they are exact as per James' paperwork that's been circulated during the marketing period. Settlement date that we proffer up, plenty of time to get the ducks in a row. That's the 22nd of October, unless otherwise arranged. Deposit, as we would imagine it would be, is 10% of your successful bid. Now, folks, a few gentle reminder, right on cue, obviously, you can see the property absolutely and aptly described as the absolute entertainer. The quarter acre site has been absolutely utilised as well, folks. The below ground swimming pool there, the indoor to outdoor flow, and the Sky Dash tells me that obviously you can work on your town lines come the warmer months, as the property is very much on that northern side of the home. It's an entertainer's delight. There are vaulted ceilings. There's 4 bedrooms of accommodation, buys, an ideal family comes first type property, buys. I be quiet now. I call upon your opening bid or offer. I ask all the agents to just quickly unmute themselves, just so that obviously I can hear the bids. James, you as well there, please. If we can just quickly unmute ourselves, buyers, and I wish you well. Opening bidder offer, folks. $850,000 fairly bid and offered. With James now, opening bidder there. If you are the bidder, I wish you well. $850,000. Folks, where to from here? Kick along in maybe $25,000 increments, I would have thought. Is there 8 3/4 beckoning where? $850,000. Again with the opening bidder. Hold to the bid. $875. Can I say it, Tom? $860. Well, travel along in the 10s. Why not? At $860,000. A straight retort now at 70 or something stronger, perhaps, James. At $860,000, Tom's bidder holds a bid. $870 now, is it, James? Just give me the thumbs up. $860 now, $870 now with James, thank you. $880, even better. We go with 880000. $880,000. I would suggest 900 strategic move at $880,000. 900,000 is where, but without hesitation, buyers, I'd call it away first time, $880,000 back with my opener. Twice, penultimate time at $880,000. Tom, have I seen your buyer's best? Third and final time at $880,000 with James. Buyers, I'm not going to bid the auction up. If there's nothing high, I will pause. I'll have a conversation with my seller, with the highest bidder. As always, be aware that during the conversation, the property can be withdrawn and sold without coming back out here and declaring the property on the market and selling. If you've got unconditional interest above $880,000, I'd take a 10 or something stronger at this point in time. Last opportunity there, folks. Otherwise, at 880 buys, I call it away for the first, the second, the third, the final time at $880,000. All right, hold tight, buys. I'm going to quickly take some instructions. Buyers, we appreciate your patience. As you can understand, it's a big decision. We never take our job lightly by any means. What's transpired during that break, if you will, James and I have both spoken to the highest bidder, spoken to our seller. That highest bid has been raised from a level of $880,000 to $960,000. James, can you just confirm that bid, please? Thank you. At $960,000, delight in declaring the property on the market and selling. So, folks, hold tight for one of a high bid at $960,000. We sell the property. I'll take maybe a $5,000 increment just to nudge you in front, folks. Otherwise, it sells to your opening bidder and buyer, James, at $960,000 the price. Tom, they're out. Thank them for their bidding. Buys anyone else? Otherwise, I call it away first, second, third, and final time at $960,000. Delighted to say the property is going. It is going. It is gone to your buyer, James, at $960,000. All right, folks, give me a moment. We're going to move on to the second offering.
Bravo, bravo.
Buyers, we move on to the second and the penultimate property, so to speak. Nice way of saying second last. The second of three offerings for the evening. Lavani and Tom McCartney have been busy maintaining your interest on this property. 39 Fairlight Place in Manurewa. The property is freehold, 948 square metres of mixed housing suburban zoned land. Lot number 186, deposit plan 61598, volume 17C, folio 1292. From that North Auckland Land Registry. Now, there's a tenant in possession at the moment on a periodic basis. If you are looking at buying the property to maybe start or add to your portfolio, they're putting around about $25,000 per annum towards your Never Work Another Day in Your Life fund. But apart from that, buyers, we can offer you up that vacant possession on the 30th of September 2020. 10%. That's the mandatory deposit, as you'd imagine it would be. And again, folks, a bit of a no-brainer, I would say, especially Manurewa, an absolute hotspot for real estate in this day and age. The property, again, that sizable chunk of land, 948, that's below the ground. Above it, well, that sits a three-bedroom property with a do-up, and as I've been told by Lavani, one of the nicest garages you'll ever see, due to maybe some improvements in there. So they also told me that, again, with a few minor alterations, you can actually park a car in there as well, Lev, which I appreciate that. Buyers, if you just quickly, agent, take yourself off mute. If you are watching now, the camera here, to the buyers and sellers, I wish you well, folks. Again, opening bidder offer, folks, what makes sense? Yes, Tom? How much? $400,000. Welcome in, hold tight, buckle up. $400,000 buyers, we're away. Yes, Adam? $500,000. Well, I'm happy to take $100,000 rises all night. Again, two people bidding at $500,000 a bid. $500,000 now. Again, maybe $550 perhaps. Tom? 520 I've got with Tom. Haley, how much was yours? 520 the bid I've got with Tom. 530 with Haley, thank you. Taking the 10 thanked and bank buys. We move on now with 530 in the pocket. Tom, 540 is it? 540,000. And Adam, 540 I've already got with Tom. Is it 550, Adam? Yes, nodding. Yes, at 550. 5.5 buys. We take the bid. We move northwards from here at $550,000. 560 surely. I would have thought. Yes, Kush. How much? 560. 60 I've got with Kush. Haley, can we say 80 or 70? 560s with Kush holds the bid. At 560 buys. Plenty of interest in this piece of land, and why wouldn't there be? At 560, a lot of upside with a property such as this, folks. 560, quickly letting the buyers recalibrate. Adam, is it 5 at 565? Okay, I'll take the 565. They travel better in pairs. Tom, is it another 5, can I say? Let's just see if I need it. I've got 65 thanked and banked with Adam. I'll take a 5 from here if you like. But a 565,000 on folks, 570. Plenty of interest in the property. Stay strong. Tom, is it a 5?
570.
Thank you. $570,000. Back with the opener with you, Tom. At $570,000, buys plenty of interest in the property. Richie, another 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. 75. And you interest now. We're not on the market yet. That's okay, Harley. I'm as excited as you are. But a 575. Kush is at 80. Kush confirming the bid at 580. 580,000. Got it there. At $580,000, folks. Again, another 5 or maybe something stronger would be my play of the day. $580,000 bids with Kush against everyone else at 580. Instructions northwards. That's a 3, but I prefer the 5 with Richie, Tom. At 585, Richie holds the bid. At 585, because it's worth it, folks. Stay strong now. At $585,000 with Richie there, buys. 590, can I say it, Adam? At $585,000 with Richie, buys. Exciting if you're watching online, of course. At 585, 90 with Kush. At 590 there, buys. 95 or maybe a strategic move to 6. But a $590,000, again, buys. Where do we move from here? 600,000, the obvious. Okay, I can see 2 5s there. Tom, I'm going to take yours at 595.
595.
Just say it. So, Richie, I've got 595. Tom, can I say 600?
He has to address me. I've got my finger up.
Yeah, Tom, I'm there. The bid is with Richie at 595.
Okay, it's fine. Against you at 595.
That's okay. Nick of time, as they would say. At 595,000. I think my left eye is stronger than my right. 600 with you, Tom. 599. You know what? That is that discount for good behaviour, Tom. Happy to extend it to you, my friend. At $599,000 buys. Again, do we have maybe 605? Kush? 601.
601.
Kush, just confirm if I've got the bid. Yeah, 601. Thank you. Okay, well, I'll take the 2. Don't want to make a habit of it, but happy to take it now. At 601. Tom, do we want to mix it up, mate? Give me 4.
One more.
Okay, we'll just see if I need it. I'm at 601 buys. I prefer the 4 to take me through to 605. Tom, is it 4?
Yeah, +1.
Okay, again, Tom, I've got the bid. I'm just holding on at the moment. I'm looking for something a little bit stronger. I'm looking for 605 if it's out there. Plenty of people interested in this property. No surprise, $948,000. At 601 with Kush buy, 605 is what I'm after, Tom. Would you buy or extend? 603, why not? Okay, I'll take the 2. At 603, Kush, that should be an easy retort at 605. 605 is at 5 on top. 605, I'll take that as. At $605,000 buys, again, I would have thought maybe 10 for the keys. But at $605,000, folks, again, mixed housing suburban is what's on offer. I call it away now at 605, and you have $5,000 to nudge yourself in front. Second chance now gone at 605 with Kush. Third, Tom, is it?
606.
Okay, 606. Let's take it. Go from there. Kush, don't play these shenanigans. If you're a Kush's buyer, don't play these shenanigans. Go to 610. Show them you mean business. No, not yet. At 606 with you, Tom. Folks, again, I'm still below my selling threshold. If I do pause, the property can always be withdrawn. Be aware of it. 606 is with Tom, folks. Where do we go from here?
606, 500.
No, okay, 606 and a half. Nothing less so, Tom. Again, as we say, we're trying to sell it, not rent it. But 606 and 5, it's with you, Tom. Even though that is exactly 1 week's rent, we appreciate that. At 606 and 5, folks, I call it away. First time at 606 and half. Twice, 607 with Kush. At $607,000 there. I would have thought 8 or something stronger. But 607 Kush, you hold the bid at this point in time, you hold the lead, not yet the keys. 8. Okay, 607 and a half buys with Tom. Folks, I'm just going to quickly pause proceedings there. If we can just quickly mute the feed at 607 and a half buys. Bear with me, I'm going to take some instructions. All right, but thanks for your patience. Again, I've spoken to the to the seller, and they have adjusted their expectations, folks. Tom, the last bid was with you at a strategic $607,500. Delighted to announce the property is on the market and we sell. For one of a higher bid, it is yours. Buyers hold tight, nothing less than a $500 bid. But at $607,500, folks, I don't know if you're going to buy real estate that way. Yes, Tom? Okay, 608 and a half. Appreciate that, folks. Yep, $608,500 buyers. I'd go to 610, but again, happy to take instructions. 609, is it, Tom?
500.
I'm going to take that as a 500, Tom, every time. At 609 with you, folks, be clear that we sell the property for one of a higher bid, and 10 now with you, Tom, can I say it? At 610, Kush is at 11, at $611,000, thank you, Kush. At 611, buyers, nice and easy if we go like that for one, that for 5, 611 and a half with you, Tom. It's going to be a war of attrition, but somebody buys it at 611 and a half, Tom. At 611 and a half buys, Tom, another one on top, is it? Okay, 612 and a half, there's two Toms here. 612 and a half, I'm likely to say Tom, but again, not for the drumming terms. 6012 and a half, 613 with you, Tom. At 613, could be lucky if you buy it. Folks, anyone else looking at timing their run? Okay, 613 there, 500 from you, Kush is 613 and a half. Tom, another one is 14 and a half. At 640, we're happy with that, confirm the bid. And 15 now with Tom at $615,000. 615 buys, it buys the property unless you bid now. Last opportunity, folks. 616, thank you, Tom. 616, winning bid, 17 with Kush. Winning bidder offer, folks. 617 and a half, Tom McCartney. 617 and a half. 18 and a half, Tom Rawson. At 618 and a half buys. Again, where do we go? 18 and a half squares, the letter at 19. I would have thought 20. Kush, it's for you now if you'd like it. But at 619, Tom McCartney, winning bid. At $619,000 buys. I call it through. I sell it. Hammer is up. First time, 20 with Tom Rawson. At $620,000 and a half with Tom McCartney. 620, 500. You've got the bid, Tom. 620 and 521 and a half with Kush. At 621 and 5, confirming that, Kush. 621 and 5, thank you. At 621 and 522 with Tom McCartney. At 622. Where do we go, buyers? Because we sell it at 622, sizable chunk of Manurewa. At $622,000. Calling it through and selling it. Second, 22. Kush will be bidding there. 23. Okay, 2-3. Strategic move to maybe 6 and a quarter, 6. Okay, 623 and a half. Kush 15 on the rise, I would suggest. Can I say 625, Kush? At 625, 5/8 of the million comes in now. At $625,000. It's the only cliche I'm going to deliver all night. But at $625,000, folks, and a half now with Tom. Thank you. 625, 500, and now is another $1,000 there, Kush. Kush, your bids are in 1,000 or 500. Okay, that's 626. Happy to take it at $626,000. Kush, your buys in front, but not for long because Tom, another $500 with Tom. Thank you. 626 and 5. Buys, it sells away at $626, $500. Back of the opening is at 27, Kush. 627. Don't hesitate for $500. Not for mixed housing suburban and a half with Tom. 627 and change. Is it 28, Kush? Or something else from the playbook perhaps? Just nodding? 628 with you, Kush. Must just indicate, please. 628 with Kush now. Good luck, bidders. Hold tight. Somebody goes home victorious. Other people, as we say, just go home and a half with you, Tom. 628 and 5. Obviously, seasoned campaigners bidding down the line. At 628 and 5, folks, I call it away first time. It sells against you, Kush, against you, Tom Rawson. Twice at 628 and 5. Okay, that's another 500, 629, Kush. Tom, do we go to 630? Can I say it?
We go to 630? We go to 630?
Look at him. Just nod. There's that 500. Okay, it's going to open the door, Kush. There we go. Music to your ears. Again, winning bid at 629 and 5 at this point in time. 630 if you like. Otherwise, I sell it. And 630. 630 with Kush. And a half if you like. Tom Rawson checking in respect for your buyers out. Appreciate that. 32. Well, there we go. That's a strategic play now. At 6.32. No rhyme nor reason, but as we say, happy to take it. At 6.32, Tom winning bid. He's been bidding all the way through, Tom. He's been bidding well. I'd give him a pat on the back if I could, but it is level 3, so we can't. 32 and a half. Okay, well, Tom, again, you started the 500. You can't blame him. But it's 6.32 and 5. I call it away first time, and it sells. 6.32 and 5. 6.33.
6.33 with you.
Do we go to maybe 6.40, Kush? It could be the time. Come settlement, it'll be worth it and more. What do we think? Mix it up. 33 at the moment with Tom. 34 with Kush. At $634,000. Plenty of sales evidence. We're not going to worry the value is at these sort of levels, I wouldn't have thought. At 634. 34 and 5, thank you. New people coming online all the time. 634 and 5. 35 with you, Kush, thank you. At 635. At 635, I sell it at a half. Kush, my suggestion, my advice would be 640. Rarely adhered to, but always offered up. At 635 and 5 with you, Tom McCartney. First time now, it sells. Kush, 36.
36. Against you.
At 636. Hard to value and a half now. Hard to value real estate and 37. Down to these sort of denominations.
Against you.
More like the shopping money. At 637.
Yeah, it's coming.
At 637, it's with Kush. It's against you, Tom. I sell it away. Hammers up and a half. 38.
He's got a half again, that's what's done.
You're not going to scare anyone with $500, folks, I would have thought. At 638 and a half. Okay, 39. I was about to say, now the time to maybe mix it up a bit. At 639, reach for the playbook. But at 639 and a half, here we go, 640, there it is. At 640,000. Bidders with you, Kush, or are you adding another 500 on top?
Yeah.
40 and a half, 41 with you now, Kush. 641. Worth 41, worth 50, I would have thought. 41 and a half. At 641 and 5. 42. My suggestion, gents, just keep your hands up and I'll tell you when to take them down. 42 and a half. Happy to tell you when you're paying too much. 43, but we're not near that yet. At 643 with Kush. Thank you. I'm sure back home everyone's laughing at my one-liners. 43 and 5, I just can't see them. Appreciate yours, Lavani. 643 and 5. 44, Kush, confirm that bid. 44.
At 44,
At 644 triple O, folks. Selling it away and a half. Kush, it's worth 50. Bid it now, paid off over 30 years. 45, is it 50? Or 45, Kush?
45.
Okay.
645. Against you.
Interest rates, oh so affordable. 645 and 5 with you, Tom. At 645 and 5. I think we just keep bidding till someone's battery goes flat, perhaps. What do you think? At 645 and 5. First time, hammers up. At 645 and 5, selling it away. Okay, 646 with you, Kush. 646.
That's 46 against you.
All right. And a half with you, Tom. 646 and 5. Again, Kush, hesitation will not be your friend. At 646 and 5. It sells away. Selling. It's against you, Kush. Be clear. Sorry, 647.
647 against you.
647 and 5. Go to 650. All right. Okay, 48 and a half at $648,000 buyers. Exciting because we sell at $648,000. It's with Kush at 48. Is that $1,000, Tom? 650. There we go. Now we often find, Kush, that people have the same threshold. Maybe Tom's buys at his. Who knows? 650, 51 perhaps, or maybe 5 with fire at 2 on top, with the palm firmly towards me. At $650,000. Okay, nodding affirmatively, Kush. 2 more. Okay, 650 and 5.
500 against it.
What do we think? Stay strong, folks. My battery's fully charged. At 651, with you, Tom.
Yeah.
651. Okay, Kush, waving the white flag. All right, I'm going to give them 3 opportunities. If that is their best, I appreciate the bidding. 3 more opportunities to again change their mind to come back into the fray. Otherwise, at 651, hammers up and I sell to Tom McCartney's buyer. First time now at 651 and it sells twice. Third, final opportunity buys at $651,000 with Tom McCartney. I check in and $500. There we go with Kush. 651.5. A wry smile from Tom McCartney. 651.5. Hard to scare them with $500. 651 and 5. 52. Why don't we just go 1,000 per square metre and call it 948? No, okay. At 652, then the bid is with you, Tom McCartney. Tom McCartney again, Kush. Now you've told me no before, and then you've come back in. Why don't we just save the middle part and just bid? Because at 652, hammers up. I sell to Tom. Well bid if you are Kush's buyer, and a half.
Go fast. Go fast, not hard.
You can hear the instructions, folks. 653. You can't see all the years of experience on my screen facing me. Daunting it is, slightly intimidating. But 653 with Tom McCartney. Where do we go? Kush, roll the dice, wave the flag. Out. Okay. At 653, hammers up and I sell it once. Second opportunity now buys at 653. Third and final warning. It goes to Tom McCartney. Kush, we are out. Tom Rawson, we are out. Delighted to say we are sold. We are sold. We are sold to your buyer, Tom McCartney. $653,000. Again, give me a moment, folks, and we'll move on to the next property. All right, stop it. Okay, folks, here we go. We move on to the final offering of the evening. We're just going to quickly reset our sheet there. Number 7, Deodar Place in Totara Heights. Now, someone who knows Totara Heights better than the locals, that's Monica Maynard. Jen Tonamali has also been marketing this property, and it's been so well done, folks. Again, we do have interest in this property. If this is the property you've waited for, well, it's worth waiting for. 7 Deodar Place, Totara Heights, freehold, 680 square metres. Lot number 78, deposit plan 88294, volume 45D, folio 283, that North Auckland Land Registry. Settlement date that we offer up, that's 20 working days from today, unless we've arranged otherwise. Deposit is 10% against standard in this part of town, folks. I do draw your attention to a couple of additional clauses, buyers. Just bear with me, please. I know they have been in the content that has been circulated during the marketing period. They are related to the vendor warranties on an as-is where-is basis. The property is being sold under administration from the deceased estate, folks. Again, the administrators disclose they are aware that the rear deck pergola structure over the rear deck and the 2 sheds at the rear of the property have been erected by the late owners without a building consent. Folks, there is no knowledge whether a building consent could actually be obtained. You're accepting that on an as-is where-is basis. Clause number 28.3 does actually extend to that to say you are buying the entire property on an as-is where-is basis due to the nature of its sale. Again, folks, if I could just go through a few nice reminders. The property was actually within the family for the last 15 to 20 years. There's plenty of accommodation there, 3 bedrooms of accommodation. I would deem the property to be an ideal starter in Totara Heights. So again, if you're looking at getting into a property that you can move straight into, maybe roll up the sleeves and add a bit of value, redecorate to your own taste, this property is definitely there for you and for the taking. Guys, I wish you well. Again, opening bidder offer, folks. If everyone could just quickly unmute themselves. Obviously, where do we start, folks? I don't mind. Last auction of the evening. Adam Thompson?
600,000.
Okay, well that's a reasonable start and I appreciate that. We're away now, folks, at 600, 000. Where do we go? Ruble, how much?
650,000.
650 again. Good luck. Buckle up. Hold tight. $650,000 with Ruble now. Adam, if you like. Charlie, how much?
660,000.
Okay, I'll take the 10 from your buy, Charlie. See where it leads. 660, and again, Adam.
60.
No, 660 I've got with Charlie.
Sorry.
Can I say 70, Adam?
70.
Oh, someone's already at 670.
700.
Okay, 700 with Jen. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jen. Good luck to your buy. Good luck, folks. Plenty of interest. Charlie, how much? 700 I have with Jen. Monica, are we in excess of that?
710.
710 again. New interest now. Good luck. Hold tight. That's $710,000 with Monica on the phone now. Jen, do we have a retort or a reply for that? That's $710,000.
720.
720 again. Clearly bid. 720. That's 750 with Ruble because it's worth it and more. At 750, obviously, Monica, your buyers have interest in excess of 720. Is it 760? 760 with Monica. As they would politely say, ladies first. But it's $760,000 with Monica. And because of her smile. Folks, is it 770,000 perhaps? 770, thank you, Jim. Charlie, we're bidding 780 perhaps. 770 with Jen. Monica, 780 surely. At 780,000, I get the thumbs up. At 780 the bid now, 790 perhaps. I would have thought so. 780 for Totara Heights. Okay, Charlie, I saw yours first. Charlie?
790,000.
790. Jen, can I say 8? At 790,000 with you, Charlie. 800,000 with Monica now. I'll take the 5. 795. Okay. At 795 buys again, short change from the 8 threshold. Happy to take it now. But at 795 with Monica. 800,000 is where? 800,000 with you, Charlie.
796.
Okay, we'll just see if I need it. Jen, I think your buy's got a little bit more strength in them than that. And I think they can go to 800. There we go. And again, love to be proven right. But at $800,000 a bid is with Jen, folks, you know what? At this level, I declare the property on the market and we sell for one of a higher bid. At 800,000, Charlie, how much?
802,000.
802, strategic move, but I sell it. Hammers up at $802,000. 802 with Charlie. Monica?
805.
805, easy just to show me the increments. 805,000 with Monica buys. Happy to take a 1, 2, a 5, or a 10 or more. 805,000 winning bid with Monica. At $805,000, folks, where do we go? Charlie, how much?
807,000.
807, just show me the numbers. That's a little bit easier, I think. $807,000 buys again, just hands up, palm towards me, fingers out. 810 there. I've got Jen 810. Monica, I've got 810 already. That's all right. $810,000, folks. Again, 3 out of 3 for the night. Why wouldn't they have 811 now with Monica? Got the bid there. $811,000, folks. Again, low interest rates making property oh so affordable, oh so attractive. At 811, Charlie, how much?
812,000.
812. Just hold up the signal if you don't mind, Charlie, next time. A little bit easier. But at $812,000, I sell away 13 now with Monica. At $813,000, folks, 14,000 beckons where. But at 813 the bid. 815 there, Jen, again, just show the fingers. 15 there, Tom. Tom, I've already got Jen at 815. Charlie with a 16 there, thank you. 816 the bid. Folks, multiple interest. Why wouldn't there be? As we always say, 17 with you, Monica, buy what other people want. It definitely makes resale easier. But at 817,000, Monica, you hold the bid. You hold the keys for one of a higher bid now. 817, Jen. 820 is where with you, Tom? Okay, Tom holds 820 now. 820 folks, that's a 3 on the rise, but $820,000. 82021 with Charlie, there we go. Keys to the door at 821. Quickly running out of cliches, but that's okay. Well bid, folks, at $821,000. Winning bid with you, Charlie. At 821, 823 is it, Jim? 823, thank you, confirm the bid. $823,000. Fairly bid and off advised. At 823, we sell away. First chance now. At 823, Jen, your buyer holds the keys. Hold tight, buyers. Okay, 25 is where? 25 with Tom. Charlie, can we go in excess of that? At 825 with Tom. 26 is where? But at 825, folks, I sell away. 826, is it, Charlie? Another $1,000 there, folks. Winning bid at $826,000. Put yourself in front with $1,000 or more. But at 826, winning bid with Charlie, and it goes once, twice, third time, folks. At 826, hammers up. I sell the property. 827 with you, Jen. 827 with Jen. Just hold up the single, folks. Nice and quickly. 827, it's odds and evens. Jen winning bid. 828 with Charlie. 8, we'll just see if we need it, folks. Tom. There we go. I didn't think we needed to go to the small change, not quite yet. But 830, the bids with Tom winning bid. At $830,000, folks. Where do we think? Charlie? I knew you were going to do that. As Meatloaf would say, you took the words out of my mouth. 830 and 5, but we take the bid and it's in front. At 830 and a letterbox, as we always say, we need to come up with a better cliche, by the way. 830 and 5. But I sell the property, folks, at 830 and 5. Will it be the best 5? Sorry, Tom? Yes, I declared it on the market and we sell away. Jen, 831 or 31.5? 831, got the bid there. At 831, Charlie, look what you've started. At $831,000. Folks, at 831, and I sell it away, Tom, to again answer your question. 831 with Jen. Good luck, hold tight. It goes at $831,000, 30 and a half, that's okay. Jen, you're not going to be put off by that, surely. At 831.5, Tom has your buyer travelling. 831.5, Monica, haven't heard from you for a while. Rubel, where have you gone? 831.5. Worth it, worth 32. Of course it is. 832, thank you, Jen, back in front. At $832,000. At 832 and a half with you, Tom. And a half with Tom. 832 and 5. Where did we go, folks? I appreciate I'm not looking at the camera all the time, guys, but again, you understand we're working on your behalf. At 832 and 5 with Tom, folks. It sells away at 832 and 5. Hold tight, it goes, hammers up. First chance at 832 and 5, just confirming it. It's 832 and 5, that's right, we're just adding the $500 on the end here, bear with me. 832 and 5. Up there now? 832 and 5. Okay, 33, 34 is it, Jen? 834, thank you, that's a great play. Great play at this point in the race. At $834,000. 834, folks, where do we go? Better sell it. Tom, last roll of the dice. At 834. They're going to lose it. And a half with Charlie. 834 and 5. 35, thank you. We're going to trickle along in $500 lots, but that's what we do, working very, very hard for our sellers. At $835,000, time you hold the bid. 835, where do we go from here? A chance for just, again, giving your family some certainty in the real estate world. At 835, they sell it. First chance buyers. It goes now at 835 with Tom. Second warning buyers. 835, we're done, finish and sell it. And a half, of course it is. 36. Because we can't value real estate down to this sort of number. At 836, folks, again, I sell it to your buyer, Jen. At 836, good luck if you're watching at home. At 836. Folks, first chance, 836, we sell it. Second time, Jen, the bid is 37.5. Okay, well, 1,500 it is, Tom. 837.5. What do we do? Some people are bidding, one person is buying. Tom, it's currently your client. 837.5. Hold tight. Charlie, that's not a good sign for me, but I appreciate that. At 837.5, Jen, what are we doing? 50-50, phone a friend. Otherwise, first time now at 837.5. 837.500. Guys, I've called it once. I've now called it twice. And I've called it the third time, guys. At 837.5. They may have done it. Jen, I need an answer. Hammers up. No late bidding. 837.5. Everyone's out. 38. 838.
500 on top, so it's 838.
It may be a race to 900. Do we just get there first?
Basically got them on the
At 838.
Let's put the boot in.
And here we go. We can obviously hear the strategies at play. At 838. We're loving the terminology as well being used, folks. Not sure if you can quite capture that at home. At 838.
You've done this before. 840.
840.
840. I think you might have.
Surely worth another $500 there, Jen. At 840. It is very hard to have a poker face when everyone's looking straight at you. But at $840,000 winning bid,
I'm watching the other guy who's bidding. So
Tom, you might just want to keep the voice down a little bit, but I appreciate it. At 840,000, maybe it's part of the strategy, who knows. But at 840, once, and it sells, Jen, we're happy to let it go. Twice, 840, Tom Rawson, your client buys it. Third time, folks, 42. Okay. 842.
842.
Worth 50 all day long at 842.
So close.
At 842. Jen, whatever you said, as we say it again, because it worked, at $842,000.
We're at 845.
I would have thought at least that, Tom. At 842. Guys, again, now I sell it away. 842. 842.
842.
Jen, Tom and Marley holds the bid.
Yeah, 845.
45, twos and threes.
With us, 845.
Nice. Now, Jen, if you go another two, they're going to go another three. They're going to square the ledger at 850. Just skid there would be my suggestion. It's going to give you bragging rights at the office over the next few days. Well, not that you're at the office. It's going to give you bragging rights over the Google Hangouts. But at 845, winning bid. Calling it away now at 845. It sells. Very clear. Hold tight. Second opportunity buys at 845. Third. 49. Jen, you don't want to make it 850. You've got to open the door.
849.
I'll take the bid at 849. My suggestion would be 850.
Maxed out at 850 in the
$849,000. All right, what do we do? 849, but I sell it.
Yeah.
First time with you, Jen, at 849. I have a feeling they're going to go 50. Second, okay, 840. Well, that makes it easy for you, Jen. 849 and change. Yours will be 850 or more. At 849, $500, folks. Not sure if it's the right play at this point in time, but that's okay. Happy to take it. Buyer, hold tight. 849 and a half.
That was the auction you're talking
50.
to.
And being nice to them, Tom. I wish them well. 849 and 5, but it may have worked. Pay dividends, they hesitate. I sell. First time at 849 and 5. Second, third, final opportunity at 849 and 5. Jen, are we squaring the ledger? Do we wave the flag? What are we doing? I'll give your buy the same courtesy, Tom. At 849 and 5. Jen, it is going. I sell it. It is going. We're out. What a bid it was, folks. We sell the property at $849,500. Well done. Folks, that brings us to the end of our auction evening. If you were successful tonight buying or selling, we thank you. We wish you well. If you are looking at maybe using the service to help, obviously you are Ford, you're a real estate property portfolio buyers, and again, please talk to the Ray White AT Realty team. Stay safe. Have a great night. Thank you very much.